famous rap sensation, George Rampage Hoyte!
Yeah, boy, what's up?
How long you been doing this rap thing?
I started rapping at the age of 11. The person who started me off was Father MC before he became Father MC and became World International. He was the one who sparked my motivation.
So what are you doing now?
I'm working on some commercials in the community, you know, trying to get messages out there. Like the latest one we did was about AIDS, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, you know, we just happened to bring that with us, so, why don't we roll that?
Back in the days, a brother named John Doe lounged with his man by the name of Slow Mo. Cool as a crib, they shot up the pair with passed round the needle unaware danger they were in. But they were friends, they'd always trade. But little did Joe know Slow had gotten A's and backed into him. Slow Mo couldn't know anything was wrong. Now there goes John to his girl's house. Unarmed, no latex, him and his lady practiced unsafe sex. Now the vibes was wild as a rumor. 9 months later, John Doe Jr. But he got the vibes from his mother, who got it from a lover, who got it from another other brother who discovers the lesson too late. Don't share the needle, age risk is equal. No matter the case, age you don't want 'em. If you wanna love a user, be the user of a condom.
Silence the violence, increase the peace, don't fake the funk, whatever. It's not about that. It's about Quincy, Rhonda, and Kano. These are my homies, and they're also dead. So don't wrap this up in some cute ad slogan with some big sound effects. This is about us. We're killing each other.
What's up? This is Dominic Fortune, the infamous Game Untamed, representing hip-hop in the Northwest that you are now watching. You know what I'm saying? Gana dinero at mi concierto, bonita señoritas, aloha suavecito, amigo, we got your hot out running for agua, say nada, que pasa, this one's full of raza. Uno, dos, tres, feel the bass when the low riders jump, black and brown all around, catching in on this funk. Hip-hop in the Northwest, keep watching with my man Abe Cortez and Tia Combs, baby. Peace.
Every time, game on your friend, you know it's a joke. This game remains unchanged. This game remains unchanged. This game.
Suavecito por la raza con Cortez.
Again, Vinos, no casinos in Reno. Where we go, explore heat from free shows. Illegal biz permitted in the streets of Nevada. Full attendant tricks and our thick chicks got your nose open like Vicks from the moment just popped up. Boston's corner boys and our out-of-pocket boys just know we making noise in this 253. Is it a perpetrating player hating through like me? Money making, paper chasing, breaking blood nicely. Tearing into Sheridan, sipping cold iced teas. Pumping sticky D, lyrics gain strong, cash long. If it's on, then it's on. Life goes on when it's born, so we done. 24 carats in your whole crew blood. What's up, Doc? You and your flock, a bunch of wannabe thugs. Courting hip hop of love, smoking Bamaras drugs. Wipe that frown up your mug, so you could catch these slugs. And you better have my cheddar, or be the mozzarella. For enemies, the turn of Swiss cheese with fortune get ya. Gana dinero, and mi concierto. Bonita señoritas, aloha suavecito. Amigos, we got your hot out, running for agua. Say nada, que pasa, this one's for la raza. Uno, dos, tres, feel the bass when the low riders jump black and brown all around, cashing in on this buzz.
Yo, madrigal, órale, ¿cómo estás? Cortez aquí, con Dominic Fortune. Estamos aquí. Hola, todas las muchachas, todas las gorditas. Chorus. 1, 2, 3, suavecito, Pacific Northwest. Latin times, baby. Latino style. Estamos aquí con toda la raza, toda la gente. Muchas gracias por toda la gente mirando el programa Suavecito. AT&T Cable Services, baby. On cable, making history. Innovate. Suavecito. Brown machine, baby. Por toda la gente, toda la raza, black and brown on the ground. Cash it in on this funk, baby. In full effect. what's up, Tacoma? This is Tony Hawk, and you're watching What's Up College Edition.
So what makes Taylor Dane Taylor Dane?
Wow. It's very difficult, I think, for an artist to describe what makes them unique. But I've been told by fans and people that hear me that I have an edgy, very powerful, passionate voice that seems to grab people from deep within and knock them out with it.
Changed a lot. I couldn't even tell you what would be good advice right now, to be honest with you, because it's not the way it was when we got into it, I can tell you that. Practice, practice, practice. Oh, that's all. Yeah. No matter what you're doing, you know, any kind of thing you're doing, yeah, that definitely does help. But it's changed a lot. Yeah. Party, party, party. Party, party, party. Practice, 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 party, 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 party. Or party, 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 then practice, 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 yeah. That makes for some interesting sounds. Yeah, party and practice together. Yep.
So, how has the election treated you? Pretty good now that you're in office?
The election treated me very well since I won the election rather handily. It's been a very hectic first few months. I serve on 21 boards and commissions. I chair many of them. So days last anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. In fact, yesterday I started at 7:30. That was my first board meeting. And I finished off, got home around 9 o'clock at night. So it was a long day yesterday, and today I've had several meetings as well. But I knew what I was getting into, so never a dull moment.
The craziest fan that's ever come up to you? I was in New York. I was shopping in Sam Goody's record store, and I was going through the bins, and this girl came up next to me, and she took out a pair of handcuffs, and she handcuffed herself to me, and I was due on stage in 2 hours, and that's her leaving right now.
Well, do you want the short version or the long version?
Any version you want to give us?
I'll give you the wrong version.
The wrong?
Yeah, instead of the short or the long. The wrong version.
What?
I was actually born a poor black child in a small town outside of Detroit. My families, we had nothing. You know, we had nothing. We had to eat out of one shoe, and the other shoe we used as like a bed.
Oh, wow.
We would sleep in that, like a little old man in the shoe box.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then we would stay in there, and then, and one day I just came in the living room, well, not the living room, but the shoe area, and I just told a joke, and that was it. And then my dad was like, man, you could be something. You could be funny, man, like Bill Cosby.
Right.
And then that's how I did it. And then now we're here in Tacoma going to get some food.
Well, I started off in the film business. I was working for a TV station up in Fairway, and they have like pretty much they have like popular guests there. Like met Chuck Norris, D's or D's. He's an ER, and a couple football players that guys might know. Like Reggie White, and that's how I really got plugged in. I mean, I was just working as a technician, a cameraman, doing live TV shows for a local TV show, and then they have like all these famous celebrities. It's kind of like a religious program, but I really got connected through Chuck Norris. He's the one that set me up and had me like talk to one of his agents that he knows like in LA, and then that's how the story started, and got hooked up in LA, moved to LA.
Guys, January, when I'm with you, wake up with... Oh, yes. Hi there, boys and girls. Wait, are we on the air? Well, yes, and try to do it good without saying anything. Okay, go ahead. Oh, okay. They only have one microphone, so... Only one microphone? Yeah, I mean, should I give it to Patrick? Well, give it to Patrick. Should I unplug it? Because they don't want to hear his voice. No, go ahead, yeah. Oh, okay. Here you go. Ask us a question. Yeah, okay. But I don't know if I like that question. Well, I don't either, but we'll try it one more time. Good. Now, go ahead, give him a shot, another shot. Oh, okay. Wait a minute, I'm not done talking yet. Oh, all right. Well, all right, now you can. Okay, here, talk some more. Yes, to what you're doing. Oh, wait. Okay.
Been rumors like Eminem not kind of digging you too much or something like that. Is there a beef there between y'all, or is it just the music or what? It's just the music, man. It's entertainment. We don't even know each other, never met, but I give him credit and all that, and some of the songs are dope. I ain't gonna deny it, but the thing is that people try to compare us, and it's kind of a joke because it's really not about me and Eminem, man. Just because we're white, you really shouldn't look at it in a color aspect. You should look at it like if it's dope, it's dope. If it's not, it's not, because I'm just surprised that it hasn't happened before. It took so long for anybody to come out after me, because I've ran across a lot of talented white rappers, Puerto Ricans, Jewish rappers around the country that have never got a break, and they're multi-talented, and it's not about what color. You can compare rapper against rapper, not white against white and all this. It's just music has no color. We're all influenced by whatever we're influenced, and it reflects on our life and how we tend to portray ourselves, and that's all I'm doing.
Now, what advice would you give to college students who want to get into the entertainment business?
It's the best time to try to do that. This is a very, very good time to get involved in theater and the arts. Whenever the society that we live in, it starts to go into a very depressed mode of fear and war or whatever, it's a good time for the arts to come out and start speaking as clear as it possibly can. I will say that anyone that is involved in the craft of or discipline of theater and say producing, directing, writing, any aspect of this art form, when they get into it, they have to really just make sure that they understand that you're just trying to become the best that you can be.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Hot off the press and Tri-County routed. The Northwest Dispatch, 20 years old. On top the hill, represent black, green, and gold. Game packaged and sold. News printed and told. Ain't nowhere to run from. The urban 411 from hilltop to Thurston to Kitsap, emerging, converging on those living suburban for certain. Behind the curtains, Virginia Taylor's been working. A black team observing, community serving. A people who've been silenced by a muzzle. Truth and it's tailor-made to fit black struggle. Believe that. This is Dominic Fortune, the infamous Game Untamed, representing hip-hop live, you know what I'm saying? Happy 20th anniversary to the Northwest Dispatch. Get the papers. Get the papers. Peace. What's up, what's up? This is Dominic Hoyte reporting for What's Up College Edition. Hello, TCC. Today we're very excited because we've been invited into the home of a Northwest hip-hop icon. You may know him as the Swass, Mac Daddy, Bumpasaurus himself, Mr. Sir Mix-a-Lot. How you doing, sir?
Hey, man. It's all good. It's all good. Chilling, working.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's start it off with, how did it feel when you were first starting off? You're an icon in the sense that the Northwest didn't have any kind of representation as far as hip-hop. You broke down the door and was the first really to get on the map as far as hip hop. How was that?
Actually, it still bothers me to this day because I don't really represent the Seattle sound. You know, I mean, I'm quirky. I like weird styles. My musical influences are a whole lot deeper, you know, than just a cat that did rap. You know, I listen to James Brown. I go back and listen to some old Devo. I listen to Linkin Park. I listen to Korn. I'm all over the place. So I didn't really represent the quote-unquote Seattle hip-hop sound, whatever that is. So it was like a unwanted pressure, you know, to portray what cats were seeing as the Seattle sound, to put that forth when it wasn't my sound. So it was a little nerve-wracking initially. Now I just kind of move on. I just kind of do what I do. But it bothered me initially because I really didn't want that pressure.
How can people be so heartless? How can people be so cruel? Easy to be hard.
What's up? This is Dominic Hoyte for What's Up College Edition here at Emerald Queen Casino. Superstars of the 80s, Chuck Negron.
Yes, Negron.
Yeah, there you go. From Three Dog Night.
Yeah.
Just an old-fashioned love song.
That was one of them. Yeah, we had a really a great run. I'm no longer with the guys. I do my own thing, but of course I sing all the songs One and Easy to Be Hard and Joy of the World.
Yeah.
And, you know, great run, yeah.
Yeah. What was it like back then? I'm gonna ask you first about Three Dog Night. You know,
Sure. It was, actually, I'm a part of this 80s thing, but Three Dog Night's first hit was actually in 69. So we were part of that whole 60s thing and through the 70s, and it was a very, very exciting time because unlike today, you could go to the Whiskey and see Hendrix play, or the Cream, or in L.A. They were clubs up and down the Strip in Chicago, and anybody. And Three Dog Night was one of the groups that came out of that wonderful, exciting time when there was all these festivals and Woodstock, and so you could go to a venue back then and see Three Dog Night, Led Zeppelin, and James Taylor, which was a bill.
Yeah.
And you don't have that today. It's it's very eclectic, and now everything is kind of pigeonholed, where this radio plays this music and this. So it's an exciting time where everything crossed over, and the only thing that was a little different at the time was R&B had their own thing, and then that totally crossed over. America was just hypnotized with R&B, so that crossed over, and then all the music was the same. So it was a great time.
Page coming live at the Tacoma Dome, you know what I'm saying, with cameraman Rob Lowe. We about to kick it in the physics, you know what I'm saying? Graduation time for the Stadium 92. Let's check it out. Y'all graduated. How do y'all feel?
Great.
Another 92 classes graduated. How do you feel?
Sad that they're leaving, but upward and onward, there'll be another good class next year. But I'm sad. They're a great bunch of kids.
Sir, now that you graduated, what are your plans for the future?
Going to college down in Cali, man. Live large, man. Gonna make it.
What's your name?
G2.
Is there anybody you'd like to say hi to the people on Channel 29 Viacom Cable?
I like to say hi to my family, mom and dad, uncles, grandmas, everybody.
What's up? This is Dominic Hoyte coming live from What's Up College Edition here at TCC Forum. I'm here with the candidate for Tacoma's mayor, former mayor, and county member, Harold G. Moss. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine. It's good to be here. Thanks, Dominic.
Oh, no problem whatsoever. Now, we were wondering, what are some of your views on the rise in tuition going on in Tacoma? What are some of your views and your thoughts on that?
Oh, now that one hurts, because the limited ability
for city or county elected officials to affect it. We're just kind of witnesses to it. I have to be absolutely straightforward with you, because in my lifetime, I don't recall much of anything that remained the same. And so rising tuitions, as with the rising cost of a loaf of bread, is almost inevitable. So I regret that that cost go up, but then I am so pleased that you have the option to try to still get a very good education.
Hello, my name is Year Rampage Hoyte, also known as Dominic Fortune, the infamous game Untamed. You may remember me from Strive episodes. I've been a member now for about 7 years, since '91. I was introduced to Strive by a mutual friend, and a lot of my skills were encouraged by Michelle Bucray, who passed away November 11th, 1998 on Veterans Day. Michelle Bucray was a very special woman. She taught me most of everything that I know, since she was like a second mother to everybody at the Urban League Academy. For a matter of fact, she was the one who changed the name to the Urban League Academy. Her work, her efforts, her kindness knew no ends and no limitations. And she shared this with her students, and through her students, her knowledge that she passed on to us will be given to the entire world. Michelle Bucray was a champion, and she was a soldier. She was best known for her work at the Urban League Academy, where she helped the youth and young adults strive to fulfill their dreams. Those who were considered miseducated or branded as stupid, she took them, people like myself, and brought out the genius and the talents within us, and showed the world that they were wrong. Michelle Bucray knew her young people better than they knew themselves, and she worked on that and brought out the best in them. And here's what she brought out in me. Teacher, teacher, tell me how you did it. School me to this game, and I publicly admit if it wasn't for your wisdom, I'd probably be in prison amongst millions of victims of this cold, heartless system. You always remained truthful to your pupils, labeled us geniuses when they said we had no scruples. You taught us that knowledge was the weapon they can't confiscate, and the best defense against senseless laws of hate. Strong black soldier in the struggle, Michelle Bucray. Kinda ironic you would pass away on Veterans Day. Your student troops will never be defeated. Of course we feel cheated, cause your leadership's needed. You'd say one life to live, kid, ain't no half-stepping. Tell me why you had to die for me to learn this lesson. Unanswered questions, game Untamed and Urban League. Yeah, we owe you the most, and we gon' keep your name alive on this coast, and that's a blood oath. Dominic Fortune, the infamous game Untamed. Year Rampage Hoyte. Miss you badly, Miss Bucray. Rest in peace.